I do like our build, but I didn't like the battlefield. Maybe we also want the rock to scale our max HP a bit more. I'm not sure if the desert is worth it. The forest someday is. Maybe we cut the meadows and bring in the rocks instead? I wasn't impressed by the outposts, but I think I'll give them another try. Yeah. Sure. Let's try this again. Let's build the arsenal at a point where it doesn't really bother us too much. Stunning gear is actually pretty important for the rogue, I guess. Where do we build our mountain region? Probably in this general area. Ruins. Let me think. We want to build ruins at a place where we have easy access to a block growth. That might be here, perhaps. Spiders, I think these go there. So we can fight some spiders immediately. Well, in this loop still. And also they have some room to split up, so we don't have to fight infinite spiders at the same time. Haven't seen any synergies with the desert yet. Grove. Grove after the ruin seems okay. I hope we can find a block grove soon. Let's see what we have here. Counter, crit damage chance. I prefer the crit chance. Pretty bad weapons. And no boots whatsoever. That was a pretty bad set of loot for our trophies. I shouldn't have placed that last forest there. Just in case we find another treasury pretty soon. It would be better to place it in a different direction. So we could double dip from these treasuries. But usually we don't find that many treasures anyway, so... There's our block growth, nice. A spider cocoon, that one goes there I think. Even though we have 3 spaces for these spiders to go, they still decided to all go to the same spot. Which is really quite annoying, because that made us take quite a bit of damage there. 8% evasion or 5% evasion and some attack speed. We gain attack speed from the forests, so it's not quite as important to have it on the equipment, and that's almost double the magic HP there, so we upgrade with that. Really hoping for a village pretty soon. Where do we want more block groves? Maybe around this area to deal with the spiders. So I'm gonna place some forests down to enable some more block groves to be placed. In case we find any. We need a black grove here. Outpost can go there, I guess. Nothing wrong with that. I feel like outposts are quite bad in general. Not for the rogue. For the rogue they're fine, I think. But for the others? Not convinced. Sure. Let's make a village there. Without meadows, we need to make sure we can get our healing from somewhere. These spiders will never end up on the same field as the spiders from the other cocoon here. We will fail the quest that way, but I don't care. Ooh. Critical damage, damage to all, magic damage. Sure, let's take these upgrades before we head to camp and they disappear. Crit damage chance, nice. Let's use these. It's a good weapon. And our current weapons are pretty much useless. Attack speed, I prefer the crit damage chance and damage to all. 1 defense, that's not gonna cut it. We do have a decent amount of crit chance, so the extra crit damage on the necklace is actually decent. But this is quite a bit more magic HP, and that matters. Let's make sure we can deal with the worms from this ruin. That's our first skill point. Lethal weakness. Every 10% of lost HP gives you a 0.5% chance to instantly deal 1000% damage. Yeah, I think that's better than pickpocket. I really don't like counter that much, and I think this is a pretty bad incentive to build around counter. So... Right, now we have to deal with goblins again. Not just goblins, harpies as well. Harpies, I don't think are that big of a problem. These guys again. Ooh, we're losing quite a bit of HP here. Ouch. That fight lost us more than half our HP. That is rough. And we don't have healing each day this time around. A road lantern, that's a godsend. I wonder where we need it more. It might just be down here. We need more villages. We need the healing. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Get rid of these goblins by building a village in front of them. That also prevented the spawning of bandits because no space next to a village was available. So they just didn't spawn. Let's see. Qatar is good. Both of these are actually quite good. Evasion bonus, I do like that. (11 evasion, some crit damage and counter. Set of chance. Definitely want to switch our boots. What about this? That's a lot more magic HP. Sure, we can build evasion later. Once the items have a bit more evasion, then evasion becomes much better. There is an effect of increasing returns on evasion. Meaning that the more evasion you have, the more each point of evasion is gonna be worth. Max HP is increased by 1 for each received trophy. Let's go with the Architect again. That should give us... a new ability pretty quickly. This fight again, and this time we have a quest target goal. I hope we go for that one last. If so, we might be fine. Oh, almost last. We only have the okay, we finished off the vampire with the counter crit. Nice. Didn't even give them a chance to summon their bats, so that was probably as good as it could have gotten. That was the last fight against these ghouls, so now we can actually have a healing spot there. Okay, this is going pretty well. More spiders? If we wanted more spiders, where would we want them? Here, I guess. Or maybe here. Let's make sure it doesn't go too crazy with the spiders there. My plan here with the mountains is that maybe a higher base HP pool would help us a lot more against the hunter. Instead of something fancy like recovery. Although the recovery is certainly useful to get to the boss. Ah, evasion bonus. I like it. Oh, that's even more evasion bonus, but the health is pretty low on it. That can be worth it. 14 evasion boots with some critical damage. Okay, 22% evasion boots. And then I think we go for this as well. The loot this time around was not great. Do we gain the Shield of Faith again? We don't need Treasure Hunter as the rogue. Treasure chests are pretty bad for us. And I don't think I want the handful of Oblivion cards, even though it would give us some good sustain for a while. So there is certainly some appeal to that. If my primary worry is whether or not I can make it to the boss. We'll see, we'll see. I think we're doing pretty well now. Now that we have Count's Land up here, Should be able to heal up quite a bit there and overall do pretty well in this loop. Another goblin camp. Do we tolerate them? They're probably not too bad in that spot because there will be scarecrows who will banish some of them. Hardening gets 1 defense for 3 seconds after being hit. The effect can stack. Doesn't seem like a big deal. Yeah, these guys with additional mobs are quite scary. Uh-oh. That's a bad place for you guys to be. What is our current crit chance? 21%? I think I still prefer the orange Qatar there. Another village? Yes, please. I think it's time for a road lantern here, just to make sure we don't have to deal with too many spiders at the same time. Max HP is increased by 1 for each received trophy. It's gonna be about the 100 HP we will get from that. Maybe a bit more than that even. I'm gonna go with Fuss. I think that seems quite powerful, to be honest. Okay, the vampires actually make these goblins quite a bit more dangerous. I think I have to banish them, or rather oblivion them. The abandoned wheat fields seem very dangerous. Don't think I'm gonna use them right now. This is somehow working out still, but I don't think we're gonna be strong enough to beat the boss. At least not at this rate. Gonna need quite a bit more than that. Let's see. Okay. Okay, that's a solid weapon. This one as well. Gives us some defense and crit damage chance as well as evasion. It's a significantly lower evasion, a lot of attack speed and counter, which is not really what I value the most. That is so much more magic HP. Attack speed and magic damage. The magic damage is nice. Obviously the HP boost is huge, so we just have to take that there. Okay, I think that gave us a pretty good upgrade just now. That might make a pretty large difference. Our glass stained windows protected us quite well there. It appears we roll evasion before rolling the reflect chance of the windows, which is nice. So with high evasion we have a lower chance of wasting those, I guess. That's not really wasting, we always... You know what? I'm gonna build outposts around my camp. So we have some help in the boss battle. Seems like a decent idea. There's so many weep fields, but I'm really afraid to use them. We could probably put one here, but... it's scary. Weep fields are scary. A grove, on the other hand, that one I'm fine with. That is something I can get behind. Road lantern. Doesn't currently need to be placed, I don't think. And it's good to have it around in case we have to deal with more goblins or something like that. I think it's time to complete this treasury. Another village. I can get behind that. Well, with villages come bandits. By bandits. There we go, another skill. Nothing is sacred. 3 HP after a kill. Sure. Gives us... isn't gonna be useful in the boss fight, but gives us a much better chance to reach the boss in the first place. And reach the boss with a good amount of health, especially. Now, considering we are able to keep our health at a good level, despite not having meadows, this gives us much more HP to use in the final fight. So I think we are in a better spot here. Let's see what we get. Boots with very aggressive stats. Another set of aggressive boots. 3% evasion less, but 10% counter. That might be worth it. Counter and crit damage. Oh, that's a lot of evasion. I'm gonna go for this one. These armors are not that appealing. Yeah, sure. Let's pick up some counter here. Not perfect, but there were some upgrades for us in that batch. Goblins here, huh? I say no to that. Sure, let's complete the top area there. More black groves. Not against that. Not at all. I like the attack speed boost from the forests quite a bit. Another kitchen knife. Oh, quite a few things. Jeweler's magnifying glass raises the chance of finding a rare item by 10%. Ooh, that's neat. More cheese as well. So more HP on kill. That would also be nice, especially for the rogue. Was that just a counter? Like, did we counter their counter and then they countered our counter to make a counter? Ah, that reminds me of this Gaia. Well, that was actually a thing. And the combat text would literally say counter. Where do we put this? Next to a black grove on a relatively empty space. Or rather, empty space beforehand. We do have a gargoyle here, but that should be fine. Do we want more vampires? Anywhere? Definitely not anywhere close to our camp. That would be dangerous. Guess we can have some vampires here. They are usually gonna get banished, but sometimes we can fight them. But I really think the arsenal makes a huge difference for the rogue. The temporary shield every fight is so good for a character like this. Let's protect our camp with more mercenaries. I hope they don't take every orange or yellow item we find in the camp, but I'm pretty sure they don't. I think we even passed that space once already, so to make sure we don't have too many spiders on that one tile where the two spider cocoons overlap. I'm gonna place a road lantern there. I hope we can get one more ability before we fight the boss. Should be possible. Goody waits. Damage to all. Yes, maybe. Crit damage and crit chance on the same item. Nice. Defense and counter, damage to all and defense. This is 10% chance, 7% damage. 6% chance, 9% damage, but the damage to all is better than 2 magic damage, and this has much higher HP. I think this one wins out. The weapons don't seem useful. Damage to all and a lot of attack speed, but attack speed isn't that great for us. Defense seems better than counter. I'm willing to drop 1% of evasion for that. Not the greatest loot ever. Let's send some more spiders. Expanding the desert so we can keep one-shotting enemies, because the desert only reduces max HP, not magic HP, temporary HP. So that gives us less HP to deal with before the enemies break through our shield. Can we put another ruin place down? Here, I guess. Okay with having a wheat field here, I guess now. And it looks like we're indeed gonna get another ability before we fight the boss. I wonder what we are gonna get. I guess the one where we attack 2 targets simultaneously would be kind of nice, considering the boss is a multi-target fight. And we kinda wanna spread the damage, maybe? Because they buff each other when they die, they also heal each other when they die, so that's why I'm not sure. The fact that they heal each other when they die might mean that it's not such a great idea to split the damage. Uh-oh. Us focusing on this tanky spider caused us to take quite a bit of damage. Especially with the slime reducing our speed, and we also have lots of evade and attack speed down. Oh, that's just because of the spider web. As soon as we broke out of it, all those debuffs went away. One blade of grass? Sure. Ugh. It hits pretty hard though. Under a stony stair. Reduced attack speed because the gargoyle is around. I'm not sure how I feel about these grass things. They can certainly be scary. I only just realized... Uh-oh. That is a brutal fight. I only just realized that this boss has an ability that makes him never miss. So our evasion is... not that useful. And by that I mean worthless. I hope we can at least reflect the hits. Looks like we're not gonna get to the camp with great HP. Feels like we have to do another loop anyways. This area is very dangerous. I wish I had more than just one lantern there. I think against the boss we should really just focus on damage more than evasion. Maybe that's what we should do in general now. Just pick up maximum damage stuff. I'm gonna go for Surveyor. That's gonna give us quite a bit of extra healing while we move around the map. Extra village for extra healing right before we enter camp. Any place where I can safely put some vampires down? No. None. Yeah, I think we try to focus on high crit damage and crit chance now. To basically try to one-shot pretty much anything we hit. In good old... the best defense is a good offense. Kind of play style. Oh, this time our loot looks nice. Crit damage, counter damage to all. That's worth. Magic damage, counter evasion bonus. Defense, attack speed, slightly lower evasion. That's a lot more magic HP. Crit damage and magic damage. Look at these weapons. Crit damage chance, attack speed and damage to all, coupled with very high offensive stats. Yes. Yes, please. Defense, crit damage. But the damage difference is significant. Let's just go for the high tier weapons here. 11 magic damage. 277. That is probably the better necklace. Damage to all, counter crit damage. Damage to all, counter crit damage. That is good. Yeah, seems better than the others. Let's go with it. And I think this is our like end game build where we fight the boss now as soon as possible. Well, managed to spawn them at least. Now we only need to survive until then. It's probably pretty unlikely to get another skill, but I'm certainly gonna try. Place down everything I find in places where it doesn't bother me anymore because I move past them. Our damage is certainly pretty good. It has to be, otherwise this whole plan is useless. Good thing this fight went over pretty quickly. Otherwise, these Scorch Wells would have been quite the annoyance. Just reduce the threat of that area. Glad this guy here is here to tank some hits. I do want to get some drops, and we still have some healing spaces on our way to the camp. So I should fight the enemies and try to get more value out of them. But yeah, it seems like it's gonna be hard to get another skill. Well, we can always find some more forests and mountains, get our HP and attack speed up a bit. I do like our damage output, that's for sure. Like, look at these guys dying. What's the HP reduction? 26%? So really pretty much one-shotting anything we hit now. Not these guys, not quite. Another percent HP reduction. I wish we could get Smoke Bomb again. Although it's not that great against the Hunter because it only works on his dogs. Oh, I should have Oblivion this. I hope we don't lose too much HP. What happened to this guy? Well, we didn't lose any HP, so that's good. And we have two healing spaces right before the camp with these towns there. Let's see how this pure DPS strategy works out for us. Anything we want to change here? Doesn't look like we have anything great there. Crit damage chance, defense damage to all, but it costs us 100 magic HP, which I don't really like. We will have 2 assistants that can absorb a few hits. They have 300 HP each. They might make the difference. The hunt begins again. Actually, I do want to kill the hunter first. Ideally, because of the never misses thing. But these guys with their crits, uh-oh. We can dodge their crits at least. There we go. The pure damage did it. Ho 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 ho. Oh, that was so much fun. What a shame. Cornered by my own target. And killed. Now tell me everything you know. Oh, please. You don't really think that this is the moment when I acknowledge your power and tell you all I know out of sheer respect, do you? I'm dying here, you know? It's not a great time for revelations. And also, you've killed my hounds, you bastard. You think I feel good about that? Don't confuse your motivation with mine. I hope you don't have this annoying habit of coming back to life unharmed, do you? Right now, while I'm still dying, a new body has already been made for me in the heart of the greatest black hole. So yes, I will be back. Don't think that everything is so simple. My hunt shall continue, and there's no place in the universe where I couldn't track you down. I don't have to make things so complicated. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not going to hide. I feel better knowing that you're wasting your time fighting me instead of destroying other worlds. I hear the sound of a horn and the barking of my loyal hounds. A new hunt begins. A new hunt. These guys are a real nuisance. They give me hope though. They wouldn't waste their time on me if I wasn't a real threat to their goal. Nice. Their own peril. Hero has a 60% chance to reflect a ranged shot into a random enemy. Oof. Bottomless bottle. 40% chance not to spend a healing potion upon usage. Wow. Lightning fast. A hero or his skeletons have a 20% chance to perform a quick 3-hit combo with each hit dealing 50% damage. Yep. I thought the first 2 were good. Then I saw this one. I am gonna leave. I'm just gonna get the most out of the stuff I still have. Oblivioning these towns to make the fields transform so I get more noticeable change. Metamorphosis. And back to town. What happened? Why the shocked face? Because it was nearly torn off. I still don't quite get how I've ended up victorious. There. I think you're underestimating yourself. No, I'm serious. That hunter, he had black holes as hounds. I think they can swallow whole planets. And the hunter's weapon, the stars went out behind me after every shot. With all that power, he could destroy an entire galaxy. And I'm sure he has already done so a few times. I don't understand how I could be a match to fight him. And I'm afraid I'm realizing it's true for both the Lich and the Priestess as well. Oh no, don't tell me this encounter has broken you. Look, this place is becoming better. You mustn't give up. What are you talking about? It's quite the opposite. I'm fully confident that we will succeed. It's not just a coincidence. I have the power to fight this evil, and I have a chance to beat it. A chance to beat it, huh? Well, guess the luck is on your side. Heh. Nice. Another success. Let's see what we can build now. We could build another warehouse, but I don't think we quite have the relics for that. We do, but it's not urgent. I want to get this library thing going. The pleasant smell of cellulose sheets and dried ink. The smell of books, to put it simply. Look at us. Me, a scientist. Knowledge is my weapon. And you, a wanderer. Your weapons are, well, your weapons. And still, in spite of all the differences, at the end we pursue the same goal. To know and save this world. Theory, knowledge, learning. We shall discover this world anew, my friend. Okay, and the library gives us the Bookery card and the Maze of Memories golden card, and also allows us to unlock additional pages in the encyclopedia in exchange for secret knowledge, which we don't have a lot of. It also frees the path to the alchemist's tent, which requires... what is this? Astral orbs. We need to defeat more mage and cosmic type enemies. Prime Matter would be a cosmic type enemy, which we can encounter from the battlefield if we're very lucky. Dark Slime is a cosmic type enemy, which is very rare. I don't think any of these others are mage or cosmic type. So other than that, there's only the hunter and the lich, not the priestess. The angels are not attackable. The hunter is also, the lich is also a mage. Time shards, huh? These might be difficult to acquire, to be entirely honest. So I don't expect to be able to build the alchemist's tent anytime soon. I do want to build the river. Should probably build a watchtower eventually. Just for the story part there, but let's go with the lumberjack for now. I'm gonna build it here just in case it does require adjacent forest to be useful. So, this is how things are. Earlier we managed to stabilize a small part of a forest. Now it's almost a real part of our world. You can enter it and return safely without fear of disappearing from reality. You can even chop some wood there, but not all at once. Consider it our mutual triumph. The keeper of the forest is not very talkative, but he knows what he's doing. While you're away, he'll supply us with wood, and he's also a decent craftsman if need be. Then we could also upgrade the canteen, and actually that might be useful. Hero can rest before fighting a boss. Costs us a lot of resources though. I kinda wanna save for the river still. Even though it only unlocks the river card. Well, I guess it unlocks the bridge as well. And the forest was a really important card, so maybe the river is another very important card. Jeweler's magnifying glass for rarer items. I think I also want a kitchen knife, but that would depend on what else we do here. I'm gonna go with this as our standard setup for now. Let's take a look at Chapter 4. Enemies have 3 to 4 abilities now, so another ability gets added. Enemy strength, another 5%. The strength per loop doesn't go up though. And the bonus resources cap at 120 and no limit on the amount of resources we can find. There is the Bookery, an archive of ancient tomes. Here you can gain knowledge in exchange for other knowledge. Replaces your cards with random ones when you pass by. Nice! That seems very useful. Collapses after 20 exchanges. Maze of Memory. The intricate structure of its walls forces you to use your brain and remember a big part of this world. Does nothing. Takes up a lot of space. Why would we want that? Where's the final golden card? It's on the alchemist's tent. The 0 milestone. Unlocks alchemy, unlocks the ability to craft jewelry if the supply depot is built. I see. But yeah, I think my next goal is gonna be the river. Then maybe the bridge, maybe the alchemist's tent, maybe the second warehouse. Maybe we build some other stuff first. Maybe we upgrade some stuff instead. The gymnasium, for example, unlocks the town card. Healer's Hut gives us +1 potion refill. That's also very nice. On top of increasing the amount of potions we can carry. Smithy gives us the Smith's Forge card and allows every class to start with basic gear. Cemetery gives us a revive with 15% HP. Also pretty good. This one just gains additional item slots.